Are you surprised at all that Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson have no relationship?
What did he say bad about Russell Wilson?
This is actually not terribly surprising if you were reading at all the reports in those locker rooms, the schism between the offense and the defense, and how they thought that Russell Wilson was a management guy.
He was part of a Super Bowl winning team. He was the main face, certainly the main mouth on a Super Bowl winning team. And it wasn't the defense that cost them the second Super Bowl against the Patriots. It was the offensive coordinator.
He didn't even say anything bad about him, just like, nah, I don't really run with that dude.
When asked, hey, you were out there when you saw him succeed, he said, yeah, and I also saw him throw 5 picks in the game. And, you know, all I can think of, this is a team that was defined by the defense first.
I think everyone in Seattle, Mike, has known for quite some time that Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson were not pals. I don't think it's new there. I mean, I think it's been public there for a long time.
Yeah, I just love Richard Sherman being something kind of different. Honest. No, he's always honest. And we knew about this relationship even before, right?
So Wilson was asked about Richard Sherman and just called him a Hall of Famer and said, I learned from him.
Oh, yeah, totally that. But, like, I think maybe if he had gotten a different question, right? Maybe it goes in that way. But on that one, hey, what's your relationship with Russell Wilson? Don't got one.
It feels like Pat Riley's disease of me. 2 in particular. One is chronic feelings of underappreciation, and the other one is resentment of the competence of another. That is what I hear when I hear Richard Sherman talk about Russell Wilson.
Now, we know the story apparently had been that the team was bothered and the defense was bothered because Russell got too much, preferential treatment and everything else, Now, Sherman had come out there and been like, I don't have a relationship with Russ because they kept him away from us because we went too hard for that dude. Then there would be a stir. This is honestly just, we work together. Like, I feel like us as observers, we want to assume relationships among football players that often don't exist because it's 53 of those dudes.
No, absolutely. The offense-defense gap under Pete Carroll was consequential, but I want to make clear something. If you're going to boo Richard Sherman in Seattle, as the Seattle Times predicted, not worth it.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Not worth it.
At least early in that game when he is introduced or the first sight of him, I would think there ought to be warm and I don't know, heartfelt applause for Richard Sherman.
Deserves it.
Who led the most important unit on that Super Bowl team in the back-to-back Super Bowl effort. The offense was second. It was fine, and Russell Wilson is turning to be a terrific player. But Richard Sherman ought to be appreciated.
I think it'd be foolish for Seattle to boo Richard Sherman. Bob, can I get your answer on that? And then Woody and Israel?
Oh, no, cheer him. He should be cheered. He was a great player for them, and no question. End of that story.
Standing O.
Israel.
Absolutely. The way he was let go it's not great for him, not great for the fans. Should have been.
Well, the way we're going to let you go right now, Israel, not great either, but you look fabulous today. Have a wonderful week.
I mean, we've seen situations, you and I have covered teams where guys not only on separate units weren't close, but guys on the same unit were not close and they won.
Right. Donovan McNabb and T.O. I mean, they were not pals at all, and obviously people knew that. In this particular case, Russell Wilson may have the last laugh because he has led the bounce back when everybody thought that the absence of defense would kill him. What I would love to see, I don't know if I will, I would love to see Russell Wilson deliberately throw at whoever Richard Sherman is guarding just to see what happens, just to see who wins.
No, when they work together, you think that they're getting along, two people that in reality they're not getting along. This same thing happens to me and Dan, I only talk to Dan just when I'm here in the show, When I'm out of the show here, when we are someplace else, I never talk to him.
We're strange,
That's
actually.
right.
It's weird. Away from here, he hates me. But here we come and collect money together.
Well, it's mostly because of the smell, though.
Okay, there it is. Wow, he enjoyed that.